Now, what you mainly want to do is you want to be on the game. The one thing you need to concern yourself with is them. So this bottom right here, this audio in. Enough to point to them. That means that they're alive.
OCM.
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 We would like to acknowledge that Camosun College
is located on the traditional territories
of the Lkwugen and W SÁNEĆ peoples.
In respect of these cultures, our college is proud to recognize
that Camosun is an Indigenous word meaning
where different waters meet and transform.
We are empowered to be a vibrant, life-changing center
where people from different backgrounds meet, learn together, and are changed.
Camosun College is honored for
the opportunity that we all have to work, learn,
and compete on these lands.
Haichka.
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 Welcome into the Pacific Institute of Sport Education. Senior night here for the Chargers. A pair of playoff schools will battle this weekend as the Chargers and Bearcats meet with the knowledge of where they will finish in the standings this season. The Bearcats, 12-10, have won two of their last three and will finish in the 4th seed and meet the Langara Falcons in the PACWEST playoff quarterfinal, which will be hosted here in Victoria. Coming into this weekend, they are 12 points ahead of the Chargers in the standings and swept them at the beginning of November by 13 and 5 points, respectively. Dylan.
CBC's got to really figure out one thing. It's the road games. They're going into the provincial tournament as an away team, obviously, coming to Victoria here at Pisces. They're 3-7 on the road. They are 2-0 against the Camosun Chargers, but that's not going to matter as both teams are locked in, like you said, into the standings. So these games are just to get momentum, to get their final touch-ups before the provincial tournament. And it's very important. CBC, defending silver medalists in the PACWEST, and the defending CCAA national champions. They're not the exact same team, obviously losing a couple key players, one of them this season, but they're still a championship experienced team. They're very dangerous. They have Tamita, who's averaging 12.5 points per game. They're the #1 team in the league at 3-point percentage. And like I said, championship experience will carry them to some wins late in the season. They have 2 more games to clean up and get ready for the provincial tournament. On the other side, it's the Camosun Chargers. They need the momentum. They have the skill. They have the talent, and they just haven't got it together. They've lost 6 in a row, and they need a shift of momentum heading into the tournament here at Pisces.
Yeah, Chargers are in that 6th seed and will be at home for the quarter final. We are going to step aside just for a few moments, do the intros and the anthem, and we will be back for the start of this game. Back inside the Pacific Institute of Sport Education, Dan Phillips alongside Dylan Marsden to bring you Chargers Bearcat basketball. Dylan, it is senior night, a special night for a lot of the women on the court here tonight, and it looks like Coach Deeds is going with all the seniors to start a special night, a special moment.
I love it. I remember my senior night as a very special night as well. Little extra jitters, but a little extra excitement. And for the players, if you're in this situation, get it out on the defensive end. You have an opportunity to kind of shake the jitters out with effort and execution on defense. It's hard to shoot the jitters out, make really good hard plays on the defensive side of the court, get yourself into this game, but enjoy it, have fun. This is your last Friday night game as a Charger in the regular season. They got the provincials hosted here, but just remind yourself, if you're out there as a player, and if you're listening in and you haven't had your senior night, try to enjoy it, soak in the moment, and I hope these girls are doing that tonight.
Bearcats are going to go with Haewon Huang, AJ Sobota, Julie Duick, Janae Rhodes, and Kagari Tomita. Chargers will counter with JC Chase, Brooklyn Walbaum, Ellie Kayo, Abby Rao, and Konda Diop. Underway here with the first of a doubleheader senior night. Bearcats basketball working with a late shot clock. Good pass inside. Late shot clock, not off the rim. I don't think that'll count. That'll be a shot clock violation to start. Good possession defensively for the Chargers out of the gate. Going to see some pressure here from the Bearcats, which has been, in our 2 seasons, Dylan, kind of the bane of the existence of this Chargers women's basketball team. So we're going to see how they deal with that going forward.
A lot of turnovers, and we got our first of the game right there as I say it.
Spoken into existence there. JC Chase dribbles out of bounds. It'll go back to the Bearcats here.
Chargers showing some pressure as well, and this is what teams will do late in the season. They'll start to throw in different defenses, and it works so far.
A little bit of out of control, but the Bearcats will control the ball. Again, good pass underneath, inside to Janae Rhodes, who gets the scoring started for the Bearcats. Good little inside look there.
Chargers are a bit spread out after the press kind of broke down and everyone's standing around. Some holes in the defense, but this is the weekend to work on everything while you get ready for the provincial tournament.
Coyote tees up a 3 just deep down to the Bearcats. They're going to attack in transition. Tomita with it across to Sobota. Going to travel there. Dead ball turnover back to the Chargers. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Ellie Kayo, Abby Rao, and Konda Diop celebrating their senior night tonight. Lots of signs and friends and family in attendance. And if you're joining us, watching these 3 players or watching any of the players on the court, thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. It's been a fun season for us. This is our last regular season game of
26?
2020. Yeah, what year is it? 2026?
I was talking to athletic director Corey Allers before the game, and there is going to be a little bit of a ceremony between games for the seniors here tonight as well, so that'll be special for them. As Kayo looks like she steps over the sideline there. Going to be a turnover. Go the way of the Bearcats here.
Chargers already with their second turnover in their third possession, I believe. So they got to clean it up. And for the Chargers, a little bit more on the line as the Bearcats get an offensive rebound.
Yeah, that's Huang with the offensive rebound off the short corner miss there. She'll head her way to the line. We'll have our first free throws of the evening.
What the Bearcats have right now, and why I say there's a little bit more on the line for the Chargers, the Bearcats have a lot of players with that championship experience, the playoff experience that they gained last season. The Chargers, on the other hand, you know, they're fighting for belief in each other. I'm not saying they don't have it in each other, but when you lose 6 in a row and if you drop another couple going into the playoffs, you don't feel great. You don't have that momentum going into the provincial tournament. So if they can pick up a win against this very good CBC team, just get that belief of what they're capable of. And I believe they are. We've said it all season. They're capable of more. And they just got to start believing. And if they can get a win this weekend,
Tough pass from Diop. Chase battling for it on the ground. Wallbound will pick it up. Late shot clock, 6 seconds, going to be a foul. These teams met in November. Obviously, CBC did sweep them at that point, but probably two different teams since that point. That is probably one of the earliest games in the schedule, so not the same two teams that we're seeing here tonight that might have been seen in November.
No, and the Bearcats without Vreugdenhil, it's a totally different team, and Beerwald as well, those two bigs that powered them through the national tournament last season. Without them, it's a totally different team, but they're still a skilled, deep, high execution effort team, as looks like Tamita wanted the charge.
It's going to go as a block. Second team foul. Chargers still looking for their first basket of the evening. Another thing to note, Dylan, is 6'6" big Brooklyn Klim seems to be in a walking boot as well. So a lot of the size from last year for this Bearcats team not in action here tonight. So we'll see if the Chargers and Conda Diop, JC Chase and company can take advantage of that. Good skip pass there from Conda, finds Abby just off there. That was Rao missing the three. Again, Tomita in transition here. Good crossover, left hand. Can't get that to go. Down with it is Diop fighting for the basket. Looks like the Chargers are going to keep possession of that one. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Jump ball. That's going to switch the arrow.
Diop, she's had a terrific career and good season for the Chargers, but this game is made for her. This matchup tonight, she's got the size and height, and right now the Bearcats don't have that depth, like you said, in the size of the team. It's totally different to look at this team comparably to the size they had last year in the national tournament when I was watching them. But this is a game that Conda Diop can really take advantage of.
Yeah, Camosun struggling here early. Coach John Diedrich wants to talk it over. We'll be back in just a moment for the rest of the first quarter. Back inside here, 8 minutes, just under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Chargers still looking for their first bucket. 4-0 Bearcats lead. Been stifling perimeter defense so far for the Bearcats. They're going to turn it over there out of the timeout. Couldn't get that overhead pass in for the layup. Chargers will take advantage here, see if they can break this press a little bit.
It's good for the Chargers to experience this pressure as they turn it over again, but this is what they got to work on. And
wide open look there. AJ Sobota for three as they take a 7-point lead, and the Chargers are struggling with this pressure.
I mean, they can't just stand there and expect to get open. They're trying to just seal and hold, and it's making that first pass. They got to have some sort of cut or execution to get the ball in.
Inside pass there from Wallbound to Diop, but she's strong on the finish. Sobota will take it the other way for the Bearcats. Finds Tomita, swing pass in the corner. Going to be a travel. Wasn't quite set as she caught and took that gather step without putting it down. Can't do that.
And like I was saying, Dan, this is just such a good opportunity for the Chargers to work on their press break. But look, they're just standing and trying to get open without any kind of execution off the inbound, any kind of movement. So that's going to be difficult just to get the ball in. Let's see if they adjust that as the game goes on.
It does look like soft pressure, Dill, where when the pass does get in, they're able to back up. So it's just a matter of getting the ball in. But like you said, not a lot of movement on the inbounds. Inside to Diop. She's working down low, double, tries to find Rao outside. Going to be a turnover for the Chargers, and those are mounting up. 5th turnover already for the Chargers here tonight. We're not even 4 minutes into tonight's ball game.
It's been the story of the season, story of last season. You can't give the other team all these extra possessions. You got to take care of the ball, make good passes.
Skonda jumps the passing lane there to force a turnover.
Both teams turning over now.
Chargers without one of their primary ball handlers in Asuncion as well. Good pass into the corner from Kayo to Wallbound. Can't get it to go just long. And the Bearcats will retain possession, but Alex Asuncion out for the Chargers again here tonight, one of their primary ball handlers a lot of the times when she's in there. So that illness, that missing piece is felt as we get Mendoza checking in for the first time here tonight.
Speaking with some of her teammates, it sounds like she'll be back. Even she's practiced all week, so she's very close. And it'll be a big boost once she's back in this lineup, especially against pressure.
Duick with it. Mendoza just checked in, working on her. Quinn attacking, can't find it, kicks it back out. Huang now. Spin move, Huang, nice move, left hand, just strong. Diop down with it, she's going to push, gets the ball ahead to Walbaum. Over with it now are the Chargers. Walbaum, Mendoza, Chase, Diop, and Rao for the Chargers. Good pass there. Abby Rao finds herself open for three at the top, just off. Diop down with it, looking for the big-to-big pass. No good. Going to stay the way of the Chargers. 9 seconds on the shot.
Even that pass right there, Dan, it's just low percentage of getting through. That's not a pass you want to make. And the Chargers are going to make substitutions. They are being shut out so far in this quarter. They were shut out in a quarter over in Douglas on a Friday night. And obviously, I don't believe that's going to happen again. But hopefully I'm talking about it enough. They get a bucket on this possession.
Chase attacking, will fade away, no good. Mellon newly into the game, can't get her shot to go. Down with the offensive rebound. That will stay and go to the Bearcats on the jump ball situation.
Chargers just can't get one to drop. They've had really good looks.
Yeah, lid on the basket so far for the Chargers. Ahead with it now are the Bearcats. Duick, no pressure, gets all the way to the basket. Can't get that one to go. Down with it are the Chargers. White over to Chase, ahead to Walbaum. Chargers still looking for that first basket. Just about 5 minutes into the first quarter here. Mellon, Walbaum, she'll tee up a three from the top of the arc. Off, down with it is Mellon. Battling inside, she'll be fouled.
Great battle by Mellon to get inside, get the offensive board. And that's what the Chargers need. They need something off the offensive glass or off a miss and put back up. But they're getting, like even Walbaum's shot there, it's a pretty good look.
Yep.
Nothing going in so far for the Chargers. You got to stick with it, though.
Mendoza, top of the key, just under 10 seconds on the shot. Spins. Walbaum in the corner. White with it. She'll tee up a corner three. No good. Down with it are the Bearcats. Chargers still without a basket.
And another good look, though, and they create a turnover.
Mendoza doing the work in the backcourt there. Over to Chase. Looking for Mellon on the cut. Right hand, no good, but they will go to the line. Danny Mellon looking to remove the lid that has been on the basket so far.
If you're the Chargers, you're being shut out. We're probably thinking and talking about it a lot more than they are right now. But it's only 7-0, a couple baskets, you're right back in this game. You are
like
still
you said,
in this game.
Had some great looks so far, just haven't gotten them to go. Hopefully that free throw opens the floodgates a little bit here for the Chargers. Mellon hits both. 5-point ball game. Going to see our first look at Jordan Brookhausen here as J.C. Chase is going to head to the bench.
I'd like to see what Mellon can do in this game as well. She's a strong player, a forward for the Chargers that can take advantage of the small CBC Bearcats lineup as well, the Kelowna product.
Sobota swings it over to Quinn. Back into the corner. Up top with it is Enya. Over to Duick. She'll attack left. Stops, pops, travels, drags the foot. It's going to be a turnover. Kaya Hutton going to check in for the Chargers. Brooklyn Walbaum will take a rest. 4:23 here in the first quarter.
That was a good aggressive drive by Duick. Just slid the foot slightly, but on the spin, had her sister cutting to the basket. And if she just kept that foot planted, that's a nice, nifty little play between the two of them.
White with it on the top. Mendoza now, 9 seconds on the shot clock. She'll drive. Hutton, Brookhausen tees up a three ball, gets it to go. Jordan Brookhausen, first field goal for the Chargers here.
Love the extra pass there. Chargers are doing a terrific job making that extra pass, and finally seeing one go down must feel so good.
Duick with the soft touch underneath, answers with a quick two.
Duick threw a little bit of contact too. Tough take, answers right back for the Bearcats.
Sarah White into the corner. Mendoza with it. Brookhausen won it. Jordan Brookhausen. Nothing doing. Finds Mendoza in the corner. She tees up a 3-ball just off. Down with it is Tomita. Attacking Sobota off the miss. Going to be a blocking foul called there on Jordan Brookhausen in transition. Second team foul for the Chargers. 3:22 to go.
Bearcats really hitting ahead in transition on that last play. Chargers all collapsed into the middle of the paint. CBC had some shooters open on the outside as well, and you got to look out for that because they are the #1 3-point percentage team in the league. So when the Chargers do collapse like they did on the last possession, as Tomita hits a deep 2, it looks like.
Yeah, good move there from Kagari Tomita. One dribble, pull back, gets it to go with space from the defender. Creates some space with that nice power dribble and pull back. Kaya Hutton with it for the Chargers. Over to Brookhausen. She's attacking. Picked the pocket. AJ Sobota steals it, gets it ahead to Tomita. She'll attack and have the easy 2. Stretch this lead out for the Bearcats. 8-point lead.
She's very fast in transition. Hard to catch up when she gets going.
Ball's going to stay the way of the Chargers. 18 seconds on the shot here.
That last bucket, though, it's coming off turnovers. That's 9 points off the turnover for the Bearcats. Chargers have turned the ball over 6 times so far.
Yeah, and that's just too many as Mellon works here. Finds Hutton. Hutton will attack off the bounce back to Mellon. She tees up a 2. Good action there from the Chargers. Good look. Just can't get it to go. And Tomita's down with it and pushes in transition. Dilliman. No action there. Kicks it back out. Finds its way to Tomita. She'll line up a 3. No good there. Down with it into Tomita again. Nice little pull back. 2. Good extra possession there for the Bearcats.
With Tomita, she's always moving, cutting, looking for open space as the Chargers turn the ball over again, Dan.
Early story here for the Chargers. Ball security. Tomita kicks it in. Ball's in the corner there. They are working. That's Jazzy Ashton. She'll kick it across. Sobota with a nice step through. Finds the cutter. No good on the lay-in. Chargers coming in transition. Hutton attacking. Fierce take. A little bit out of control, though, maybe, Dylan.
Yeah, I like the way she was aggressive in transition, though. Got right to the hoop. Just missed the layup. The Chargers need to get out and go. They've had really good looks in the half court.
Tomita stops, finds herself wide open again. Can't get that one to go. Brookhausen down with it. Brookhausen picks up her dribble, looks for Mellon down low, swarms 2 defenders, finds the open man into the corner. Mendoza with it now, beats the shot clock. Malia Mendoza, 3-ball corner pocket.
And it's off the extra pass. You love to see it. That's what coaches love. You kick, one more, open shooter.
It's a couple times now for the Chargers where they've gotten the 3 off the extra pass, forces the turnover there. Hutton down with it, putting her head down and driving. And that's going to be a carry from Hutton there.
A little bit of speed wobbles by Hutton, but I like what she's trying to do. She's getting the ball and going in transition. And that pressure is going to put a lot. That's going to put a lot of pressure on the CBC Bearcats if she can just control her dribble a little better.
Mackenzie Pogue checking in for the Chargers under a minute to go. She's going to guard Tomita. A little dribble handoff, finds a wide open Jazzy Ashton. Can't quite get that one to go. Battling for it is Tomita, and that'll stay with the Bearcats. 14 seconds on the shot clock here. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Tomita is everywhere right now. She's offensive rebounding. She's running the point. She's making good cuts. That's what she does for this Bearcats team. She is their leading scorer, but she does so much more than score.
Yeah, handles the offense completely pretty much for this Bearcats team. At the point and attacking. 6 seconds on the shot clock here. Turnover. Sarah White with it. Body's on the floor. Chargers come up with it. 20 seconds to go. Didn't get a reset on the shot clock. Shot goes up. No good. Jordan Brookhausen. Shot clock off now.
I'm not sure what just happened there, Dan, but
just didn't get a reset there. Stolen there by Pogue. Newly entered. 5 seconds to go on the game clock. Pulls. Can't get that one to go. Down with it are the Bearcats. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 15-8 for the Bearcats, and a little bit of a sloppy first quarter for both teams here. We'll step aside for for just a few moments, and we'll be back for the second quarter.
We got you working?
What is your path? Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough, and hilly terrain. And sometimes it's familiar, smooth, and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forge your own path. And always, no matter what path you take, we'll be there with you. Your path to community. Your path to creativity. Your path to opportunity. Your path to success. Camosun College.
Back inside second quarter action here. Chargers down 7, if I can do math here, to the Bearcats. Brookhausen with it for the Chargers. Good cross there. Tough left hand layup there from deep. No good. Tomita with it now for the Bearcats. Bearcats looking to stretch out this lead a little bit. It's going to stay the way of the Bearcats. Tomita inbounding for the Bearcats here. Gets it in. Rhodes now. Back to Tomita. Finds herself open again. Can't quite get that one to go. Down with it is Brookhausen. She's across for the Chargers. Finds Mendoza in the corner. Up back to Brookhausen. Sarah White working on Tomita. Brookhausen finds it short corner. She's going to pop just off. Battling for it is Sarah White. She finds herself with the ball. Back to Brookhausen. Just under 10 seconds on the shot clock here. JC Chase with it now. She'll attack left. Nice little step through move. JC Chase. Good left hand move there.
And just like that, 5-point game. And the Chargers kind of get themselves back into this game, settle into it. It was a bit of an ugly quarter for both teams with 8 turnovers each in the first. We'll see how they settle into this game now in the second.
Nice little move there from Sobota, creating space on the pump fake. Can't get it to go. Bearcats are going to keep it there. Another second effort from Tomita. Baseline out of bounds here for the Bearcats. Going to have subs on both sides. Inbound to do it. Huang with it, looking down low. Left hand hook, gets it to go. Janae Rhodes, tough shot.
Nice little left by Rhodes there on the turnaround. Out of Alaska, USA. Came to CBC and making an impact here in the second quarter.
Kaio can't find herself open, finds Rao. She'll cross that to Wallbound. Pump fake, dribble, one step, gets it to go. Brooklyn Wallbound, nice little move there off the pump fake.
Good simple basketball, hard dribble inside for the pull-up. Knocks it down, and now team's starting to take care of the ball, get some good looks, hit some shots.
A little bit smoother basketball. Tomita finds down low Huang. She kicks it across. Duick lines up a 3, but she travels. I think that's the second time they've gotten Duick on that same play.
Yeah, I'd have to see the replay. I won't have the opportunity to in a sec. Actually, I'll check the screen, but it just looks like she's shuffling her feet slightly before the hop into the shot. Some days it's called, some days it's not. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one. Typically you catch before you shoot. Sometimes you catch, then take a couple steps. So that's a tough one for me.
Even that last shot there, the footwork was very similar. Yeah. So it seems weird and almost unfair if you're Duick to have that called on you twice, as you see that kind of footwork quite a bit in this game so far.
Mila Johnson going to check in for the Chargers. 14 seconds, baseline out of bounds. Chargers, good pass entry there to Chase. She'll fade left hand off the glass, gets it to go. That's actually the right hand, Dylan.
That is
I know my lefts and rights.
All that counts is it is 2 points.
Chargers coming back a little bit here, 3-point game. Bearcats with it. Good little entry pass down low and one. Angel Enya.
We got a Noah Hellman sighting in the building. Coming to support the Chargers.
Good pass inside there. Finds it to Enya. She's good for 2 here, trying to make it 3 at the line. She does. 2014 Bearcats lead here. Seeing pressure off the made free throw as well. How will the Chargers respond to that? Ball's inbounded, and that pressure will subside as Walbaum gets it across. Chase, Kayo, Rao, Walbaum, and Johnson as JC Chase attacks. Can't quite get that one to go, and down with it is Enya head to Tomita. She's attacking head down. Nice entry pass there. Wang back to Enya, blocked by Chase.
Yeah, Chase starting to make a bit more of an impact here in the second quarter, getting some really good looks at the hoop, now playing some defense as the Chargers try to get this under 6.
Rao with it, little short corner. Picks up her dribble, dead there. Walbaum, shot clock winding down. Walbaum spins, blocked by Huang. Nice block there right in front of us.
Great defense from the Port Moody product. The 5'10 guard, Huang, playing as a forward with this smaller lineup.
4.5 on the shot clock for the Chargers here. Lots of time to get a nice shot. Inbounded to Walbaum. Under 4 seconds now. Good defense here from the Bearcats. Going to have to go off the rim and miss. Down with it is Enya. Bearcats with it now. Enya attacking. Nice little rip through right hand. Nice move, Angel Enya.
Really good move by Enya there. Just a bit of a hesitation on the fake spin and goes to her right off the glass. Garibaldi's secondary is proud.
Rao with it in the corner looking for Chase. Good position here, JC Chase. Good cut there, Johnson. Little strong with the left hand. Good cut, good look there for the Chargers. Just can't get it to go.
Really like the way Enya's playing right now on both ends of the court. Good defense by her there to get the stop.
Lined up, that's Duick, just short. Down with it, Walbaum. Ahead to Chase in transition here. Chargers looking to get set up. Stuck 8. Just over 5 minutes to go in the first half here.
Chargers have yet to turn the ball over in the second quarter.
Walbaum tees up a 3, just short. Chase can't get it. Down with it are the Bearcats. They're going to look to push in transition. Huang with it, under the hoop, up, under, can't find anyone. Kicks it back, Quinn, no good. Had 2 Chargers around it, but Enya almost still comes up with it. And that's going to be an extra possession strictly from effort there. Angel Enya making her presence felt on both ends right now.
Absolutely, love the way she's come out and played the second quarter so far. If you're the Chargers, you just kind of looked at that ball, watched it land, and no one really went after it, and that's what's got to change. And you have to get to that mentality of going for it and fighting your own teammate if you have to get that rebound. You can't just watch and hope.
Corner 3 just short. Ashton down with it. Enya can't quite get the right-handed lay-in to go.
But if you're the Chargers, this is your opportunity to practice. Like you said in the pregame, these teams are set. Everything's locked up. There's no movement up or down. So it's time to work towards the provincial tournament, and it's those things you got to clean up. But we'll take a quick break and be back with second quarter action.
Convenient, full-service cross-water travel between Victoria and Vancouver. No waits, and you are guaranteed on board for multiple sailings each day. Visit our website for more information.
back inside. Second quarter action. 22 seconds on the shot clock here for the Chargers in the backcourt. 4:48 here left in the first half. Rao to inbound to Mendoza, along with Hutton, Diop, and Johnson for the Chargers.
I like the way the CBC Bearcats have defended this quarter. They're really putting the pressure in the half court.
Johnson gets a shot on the high post. Can't get that one to go. Diop battling for the offensive rebound. Chargers will keep it 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Clock's still running, so the ref's going to have to blow it down. Yep.
It's going to be Sobota, Huang, Huynh, Enya, and I can't see the fourth person for their team, so I'm sorry. Fifth person.
Number 2.
Ashton. Got to get it in. Gets it in to Diop. Mendoza. Shot clock expiring. Mendoza's going to have to play here. Up, under, left hand, nothing. Can't get that one to go.
And you see the defensive pressure of the Bearcats really turning it up now. Everything is difficult for the Chargers. They have to make good cuts, make hard passes. CBC Bearcats, they're going to make them work. This is a championship team. They have the experience, and a lot of it came on the defensive end for them last year.
Enya tees up a 2. That's left. Down with it will be Johnson for the Chargers. She'll get it to Mendoza. They'll try and cut into this lead here to end the first half.
A bit of a low-scoring first half, 22-14. Under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Mendoza looking for Diop. Good position for Diop. Second defender does not come. Conda Diop makes that pay. She's good for 2.
Diop inside. Might have got away with a little bit of a travel on the hop, but it works, and Diop's on the board.
Huang misses the 3 from the corner. Still going to stay the way of the Bearcats. Looks like we had a full reset. So I think that'll probably change to 14. Unless that was a turnover and I missed it, Dill.
We're a long way away from the play down here, as I like to mention. My dream is to be center court above the action, but here we are. Doing our best.
A couple of extra camera angles for us tonight, which is quite nice.
Yeah, if you're tuning in as well, viewers out there, feel free to drop a comment, say hello. I know a lot of families watching over from Abbotsford and all over the world. CBC has a lot of representation across the globe, Japan.
USA, Canada.
Yeah.
You were just going to say one.
I was
one country.
No, Japan, Canada, Alaska. It's also USA, of course.
Conda double teamed here by a pair of Bearcats. It's going to be another turnover for the Chargers. Stuck 6 here. 3:18 to go.
Washington as well. Clarkston, Washington. Clarkston High School. It's Sabota.
Yeah, Abbotsford pretty close to the border there.
My cousin lives in Abbotsford, and
shout out Dylan's cousin.
I love Abbotsford. It's gone through some tough times though during the winter with the rains and floods. Some of those pictures I get sent are devastating. It's crazy to see roads and places you've been just 10 feet underwater, but things are better there. And in the summer, it's such a great, fun place to go.
JC Chase checking back in for the Chargers. Kai Hutton in the corner. Back to Mendoza. Back to Hutton. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of a zone here from the Bearcats. Rao's going to try and penetrate that zone. Turns and pops. Right hand. No good. Tomita down with it. She's going to push in transition, as she's been doing all night here.
Chargers.
Sobota. Little dribble handoff. Huang attacking. Oh, nice move there. Can't quite get it to go between defenders. Down with it is Chase. Going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay the way of the Bearcats.
We're seeing a lot of different looks in this game, and that's accustomed to these type of weekends. Everything's locked up seating-wise. You're going to see zones, presses, different actions, different looks, quick hitters. It's an interesting weekend. It's usually a tune-up weekend when teams are locked in place. But like I said, no matter what, at the end of the day, you want to win, and for the Chargers just to gain that momentum. It's been a bit of an ugly game so far, only 16 points for the home team, but they're right in this game.
Down with it, Brookhausen off the miss there from the Bearcats. Yeah, probably not the best half of basketball that the Chargers have played, but they are still right in this one. Mendoza Sarah White. Pump fake, drives, moves, blocked by Huang. Her second block of tonight, and that one might have been bigger than the first.
Woo-wee.
There was a clap on the ball. I could hear that through the headphones.
A volleyball smack. Got to check that ball if it's deflated now. What defense.
10 seconds here on the shot clock. White over to Brookhausen. Brookhausen, 5 seconds, finds it. JC Chase, really good position, surrounded by bodies, has to throw it up. Gets her own board, throws it up again. Not sure what happened there, but down with it are the Bearcats. Tomita going to attack.
It looked like she got hit a couple times there, and her teammates just stopped and looked at the ref, thought it was clear, but she kind of got rattled and tried to stick with it.
Might have got an inadvertent reset as well. We didn't have any ball off the rim there. Inbound Dewitt going to try and attack. Can't quite get the catch. Brookhausen will come up with the steal. Chargers looking to cut into this deficit across to Rao. She'll have a short corner jumper. Just a little long off with it. Down with it are the Bearcats. Good looks for the Chargers.
That skip pass against the zone is wide open. I'd like to see Rouse just stick to the three-point line, shooting a deep two. Probably not the more beneficial play. If you give yourself that space, that extra space, you don't have to shoot the three, but you get to play off the closeout. Probably not. And you can attack that gap, attack that zone, but if you start to sneak in, that's actually going to help the defense as they turn, because they're sleeping a bit on the weak side, so you're going to help them out. If you get in there and you're just right behind the defender, they're going to turn and be able to defend you. If you're Rao, unless you get right to the hoop behind the defense, you might just want to sneak out and stay at that three-point line, catch and shoot, or catch and play off a long closeout.
Wang finds herself at the line off the little curl cut. Was whacked on the layup. Makes the first. Looking to make it 2 of 2 at the line here.
Just taking a look at these other camera angles.
Gets that to go. Stretches the lead out to 8 here. Yeah, a little bit of a practice run for the Provincials, I was told, here tonight. So testing out a few different camera angles, different camera operators as well. Brookhausen finds herself wide open for 3. Can't get that one. Down with it is Sobota. She's going to attack. Finds a corner wide open 3. That's Kagari Tomita.
Nothing but net. Perfect swish.
Good attack and kick there from Sobota. Finds Tomita wide open. Brookhausen now looking to answer with a 3 of her own. That's long. And down with it again, Sobota. She's going to push in transition. Under a minute to go in the first half. Wang with it. Attacking left. Finds pressure. Tries to get a little high-low pass.
Chargers have struggled at times this season, especially lately, closing out quarters. And this is an opportunity. You give up the 3, you miss a shot on this end, you get a turnover, and you get the possession back. Try to execute something here on offense. You have an opportunity to get a couple offensive looks here to end the quarter. Finish the quarter strong, get the momentum going into the halftime break.
Coach Deed's going to get another shooter in there with Kaio under a minute to go here. Good screen there. Over to Brookhausen. Brookhausen to Kaio, back to Brookhausen. Another good screen there from Mel. Another block by Huang.
That's 3.
Under 20 seconds here to go. Huang on the other end, running rim to rim. Good pass there from Tomita. Under 20 seconds now. Shot clock's turned off. Kaio, step back, likes it. Nothing. Brookhausen trying now. Can't quite get there. Under 5 seconds to go here in the first half. 13-point Bearcat lead. They're going to get that checked in. Tomita's going to try and attack here. Under a second, gets it up. That's going to be a little deep. 29-16 Bearcat lead here in the first half. We'll step away for about 15 minutes and be back with second half action.
What is your path? Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough, and hilly terrain. And sometimes it's familiar, smooth, and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forge your own path. And always, no matter what path you take, we'll be there with you.
Get on board with the BC Ferries Connector. Convenient.
What is your path? Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough, and hilly terrain, and sometimes is familiar, smooth, and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forge your own path. And always, no matter what path you take, we'll be there with you. Your path to community. Your path to creativity. Your path to opportunity. Your path to success. Camosun College.
Back inside, second half action here at the Pacific Institute of Sport Education. 29-16, Bearcats lead. Turnovers the story for both teams, Dylan, but we have something else to talk about.
Well, we have a comment. Someone is watching Bearcats basketball from Ymir, BC. So I looked it up. I did my due diligence, and it only has about 200 to 300 people. So it's incredible. It's up by Kootenay area.
Yeah, I've lived in BC my entire life, and until that comment on the YouTube, I'd never heard of Ymir, so maybe it's a place that we got to check out as JC Chase is working here, finds a Mendoza. Hutton in the corner for the Chargers. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Kai Hutton, nice move, right hand, gets it to go. Good start for the Chargers. See if they can get it going here on the defensive end. Chargers trying to come back on the Bearcats. Sobota with it for the Bearcats, working with Lkwugen. Attacking, can't get anything there. Duick with it now in the corner, guarded by White. Might have had a little bit of a head-on-head collision there as both White is holding her nose and Duick was holding the top of her head, so we might have had a little bit of a inadvertent headbutt there. Might have to see Sarah White check out here. I'm sure she's got a little bit of the eyes watering. It always happens when you get hit in the nose.
Yeah, not fun. Hopefully everyone's okay after that play.
Abby Rao going to check in as White will take a seat and get looked at there.
Ymir, sorry.
No, yeah, let's go back to Ymir.
It's amazing.
Shot clock winding down here. Huang with it with the left hand. Nice move, Haewon Huang.
Maybe we could talk about it at the break, but yeah, lots of cool stuff around Ymir.
JC Chase gets the dribble handoff, attacks, finds Rao in the corner. She'll tee up a triple just short. Chase attack, good rebound there, and is fouled. Foul's going to go on Janae Rhodes. JC Chase is going to head to the line. What do you got on Ymir? Let's hear it.
Well, let's talk about the play, Dan.
We're shooting free throws now.
Well, it's just Castlegar is nearby, and I'm just looking at stuff that I recognize. You know, it's by not quite by trail, but trails in there. Nelson. But yeah, if you're watching from anywhere else that I haven't learned about, please let us know where you're watching Bearcats or Chargers basketball from. We love to include you in the broadcast as we look.
JC Chase makes both of her free throws. Lead down to 11 here. Chargers showing pressure off the make. Sobota with it, working on Hutton. Screen there from Rhodes. Hutton fights through. Wallbound now. Chase guarding Huang. Picks up her dribble. Good defense here from the Chargers. Shot clock down. Step back. Three. Gets it to go. Jayla Huynh on the step back.
High arcing swish. Another one for the Bearcats that doesn't hit any rim.
You could have convinced me that didn't hit the net either, Dylan. That was so much arc. Chase working with it. Double teamed. Abby Rao finds it. Way on the ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Mendoza, nice cross. Goes right hand. Another block by Huang. It's going to be a foul. I got so excited, but they called the foul.
They did, but no matter what, there's
blocked by Huang
in the direction of Huang.
It's going to be a foul. I got so excited. Three big rejections already. Almost found another one there, but Mendoza's going to head to the line for two. Makes the first.
Chargers just have to chip away at this lead, stuck 13 right now. Early in the third quarter, just start to string together possessions, get a couple stops, get out in transition.
Offense looking better so far for the Chargers. Going to bring pressure off the make again. Hutton guarding the ball. That's Sobota into the corner. Duick with it now. Out to Huynh. Huang with it now. She'll tee up a three ball from the top and get it to go. Haewon Huang.
She can do it all.
Yeah, big game from her so far, offensively and defensively. She's guarding Wallbaum now. Dribble handoff to Rao.
Huang up to
She's still up on the ball.
11 points now in the ball game.
Hutton with it. She'll pick up her dribble out to Chase. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Chase going to put it down, pull back. Double teamed here. Finds Mendoza. She'll tee up a triple. Just short. Can't get that one. And Huang down with it. Ahead to Sobota. Dribble handoff, Huang. Looking now, finds Rhodes. She'll pick up her dribble. Out to Huynh. Nguyen going to attack off the bounce into defenders, gets fouled. She'll head to the line. Jayla Nguyen going to go to the line for 2 after drawing contact there late in the shot clock. Angel Enya going to check back in. She had some really good minutes there in the first half for the Bearcats. Lots of energy coming off the bench for this Bearcats ball club. I think that's our first free throw missed for either team here. Jayla Nguyen looking to make the second. Chargers stuck 15. Makes the second, make it 16 now. Chargers gonna have to make a run here. Game of runs, of course, Dylan.
The Bearcats only missed 1 foul shot so far. The Chargers haven't missed a foul shot, so both teams exceptional from the line tonight. Let's see if the Chargers can attempt to get back to that foul line.
Rao with it, defended by Huang. Good defense there, causes a turnover. Duick with it, she's gonna push in transition. A little bit out of control. Finds Enya, newly inserted, over, and that's going to be a travel on Nguyen.
Officiating crew emphasizing these travels today heading into the PACWEST Provincial Tournament, and teams got to be careful. You don't want to move too fast. You want to move quick, not fast, and you don't want these turnovers to happen when you're in the provincial tournament in a big moment. So set your feet on the catch. There's been probably, I think, 4 travel calls now, and it's 4 possessions going the other way.
Yeah, just on the catch, either a shot or the rip through, so certainly something that's been of emphasis here. Kayo checked it in for the Chargers. Looking to get the ball to Brookhausen, who also newly inserted, but can't get that. Another turnover for the Chargers. Down with it are the Bearcats. Win with it now.
Chargers turn it over there, but they did a really good job in the second quarter limiting the turnovers, and they really got to stick to it. Only 1 turnover
Wang,
in
nice
the second
move.
quarter.
Sorry to cut you off there, Dill. Nice move. Can't get it to go. Down with it are the Chargers. They're going to push in transition. Kayo tees up a corner 3. That's short. JC Chase finds the rebound. No reset there. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Chase working with it. Nothing doing. Finds Brookhausen in the corner. Never shy to shoot. Just can't get that one to go. Found herself open. Good look there from Jordan Brookhausen.
Yeah, Brookhausen was found open after the Chargers were doing a little bit of a wheeling action in the paint, and Brookhausen got lost in it and had the open shot, just can't get it to go. A little bit of a mess on the other side.
Yeah, I'd say Brookhausen is one of the players on the Chargers don't want to leave open in the corner too often. She'll make you pay more often than not.
Yeah, really good shooter, really coming into her own this season. And we've talked about it all season long, Dan. This team has the skill. There's no doubt or denying that. The individual skill set of this team and these players is very high. They just haven't got it to click, and struggling to score only 22 points here in the second half.
Good rip through Duick. Might have been fouled. No call. Down with it is Brookhausen. Over to Mendoza looking for Diop down low. Good position. Can't quite get it to her. Brookhausen now with it. Get the screen from Diop. Going to be an offensive foul on Diop there on the screen. Going to be a dead ball turnover for the Chargers.
Yeah, Diop just headed over, was going to go for the ball screen and started to roll a little early.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of frustration. I think she thought she had a pretty good steal there, didn't get it. Then a little bit of a foul from Diop there. Looks like the Chargers have settled down into a zone. They'll shoot the 3 on top of that zone. Jazzy Ashton gets it to go.
All the way from W.J. Mowat Secondary.
Brookhausen. Good little stutter step. Brookhausen. Diop going to have another offensive foul away from the ball this time, and frustration mounting for Diop. Back-to-back plays going to have dead ball turnovers from an offensive foul.
Looked like Diop and some of the bench of the Bearcats getting into it a little bit. The Bearcats bench waving her away. Diop cannot get frustrated. They need her in this game to come back.
Can't let that affect you. Got to keep playing. Duick going to rip through. No one stops her, and she gets the easy 2 on the zone, and that pressure is coming from the Bearcats.
Yeah, Bearcats doing a terrific job in this third quarter, absolutely dominating the quarter thus far, doubling the Chargers in points, 12-6.
Diop with it at the top, finds Mendoza. Diop with the screen. Brookhausen in the corner now, finds Diop. Good position, doubled, turnover again for the Chargers. And they're searching. Ashton, skip past, nobody home. Going to be a turnover on the Bearcats.
Correction on the 12-6, 14-6 after the basket. And every quarter it's been the Bearcats around 14, 15 points, but now they're at 14 with 4:07 to go. So the Bearcats really finding their own on the offensive side of things, expanding this lead, and the Chargers are in tough right now. They have to pull it together and get some momentum back in their favor.
Mac Pogue going to check in for the Chargers here. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Diop with it.
UCLA action for the Chargers, just off the high screen, off the 45.
Newly inserted Pogue from the corner. Can't get that one just off. Down with it is Sobota.
Or off the elbow, sorry. But Diop in the high post. I'd like to see her get some touches in there and let the players cut around her. She's a terrific passer. Chargers they just need to get stops right now. It seems like the CBC Bearcats are scoring every other time down the floor.
And another good second chance opportunity here for the Bearcats. Sobota's going to tee it up just short off rim there. Down with it is Kayo. Looks like Coach Deeds is going a little bit deeper on the bench than we've seen in the past couple of weeks here, getting the likes of Pogue in. We saw another couple of players that we haven't seen a lot. Mila Johnson got a look. Nice move there. Ellie Kayo goes to the right hand.
A good take by Kayo there, but like we said earlier, this game, everything's locked up. It doesn't really matter. What matters is trying to figure out your momentum to peak for the provincial tournament. Next weekend you have it off, and then you're hosting here at Pisces. For the Chargers, though, Deeds is going with a balanced attack and trying to get different players in, and that's fine and dandy, but you'd hope to see the Chargers kind of get some rhythm going in this season and see if they can carry that into provincial. But once you get to the playoffs, it's a different beast.
Ashton misses the three there. Down with it are the Chargers. Kayo back to Brookhausen. She'll tee up a three. Gets it to go. Jordan Brookhausen from deep. Haven't seen Kagari Tomita in the second half either here, so both teams probably going a little bit different than their norm in terms of the rotation, like you said, with everything locked up for both teams here. Into the corner, Sobota with it. She finds herself wide open. She'll try the three, just long. Down with it is Enya, playing great basketball for the Bearcats, causing extra possessions. Under 10 on the shot here. Sobota with it. Short corner, Duick doubled there. She cuts to the basket, blocked by Diop. Gonna let them play it through it. Here comes Brookhausen. She'll slow it down. Smart play there. Mendoza now.
Unsporty foul down on the far end there.
Looks like that's going to go
against Diop.
I can't see quite yet. It's going to be two shots. I think that's going to go against the Bearcats. It's going to send Diop to the line.
On Diop. So a little bit of frustration with the Bearcats holding on to Diop, but the Chargers are slowly cutting into this lead. Now trail 14-11 in the third quarter. 43-27 in the game.
How many is that, Dill?
How many is what?
The lead right now.
16.
Good.
Boom. Quick look.
We do tests here too.
If you're in a game like this, it's a totally different rotation, different players coming in and out. You have to find the ability just to star in your role, do your jobs really, really well, be thorough with what you can do, execute cuts, box out, be in gaps, all these small details. Just try to find and focus on yourself to do it well. It's going to be a bit choppy with different players not knowing the full offense or the defense or playing together too often, but what you can control is your effort and execution of certain small things. So you'd like to see that if you're coming into this game, both sides, Bearcats or the Chargers, bring maximum effort. I think Deadpool says that.
Into the corner, Mendoza. Brookhausen finds herself open, blocked from three. Fourth block for her. That is up, but not going to hit the rim. Huang has at least 4 that I can count. Dylan, I'm not sure what they have her on the stat sheet. A lot of times I'll be honest, they miss the block sometimes.
The box
but
score does not have blocks.
I promise there's at least 4.
There's team blocks and there's 5. I'm confident that Huang has at least 4 of those.
Don't see a lot of 3-point attempts blocked. That is big things right there. Nice look inside. Good pass there from Huang. Finds Janae Rhodes for the easy 2. Chargers are going to push here in transition. It's going to be a travel on Brookhausen. Got in between the catch and the dribble. Took too many steps. It's going to be another turnover for the Chargers.
Chargers have limited their turnovers in the second half, though. They're only at 13 in the game after starting, I believe it was 10 or 8 in the first quarter. Bearcats have 14 turnovers, but like you said, a couple different players checking in and play in a different lineup, different rotation, it could get a bit sloppy and choppy. And
we almost turn over another one. Under a minute here to go in the third quarter. Still a 16-point Bearcat lead. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Brookhausen to inbound. Going to see some pressure from the Bearcats. Chargers get it in, try and get it right back to Brookhausen there. Over the timeline. Over to Mendoza, see if they can set it up. Screen coming from Diop, into the corner. Johnson with it, down into Diop. Can't quite get it into her. It's going to stay the way of the Chargers. 7 seconds on the shot, 39 on the game clock here.
Just looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, VIU leading 34-18 over Douglas, and Capilano 26 over Langeras, 17. Both of those around halftime.
Going to tee up a three there. Can't get that one to go. Just off. I think that was Pogue that was shooting that one. Just off. Sobota. Over to Huynh. Back to Duick. Late closeout comes. She attacks off the bounce. Gets fouled, and she'll head to the line. Julie Duick. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They must have got started a little bit later over in the other games. Maybe they had their senior night a little bit earlier before the games, where we're going to do it between the two games. So stick around for that between the women's and the men's game. We're going to have a little bit of a ceremony for the seniors, well-deserved for all of the seniors involved.
Just got a message from a good friend, Jordan Charles. He's at the UVic women's basketball game.
Charleston.
UVic is playing Edmonton tonight. Jeff Pippis making his return to Victoria as a coach. The former Chargers men's basketball coach, Jeff Pippis. He'll be coaching the Edmonton team coming up next in the men's game. I don't know. I was thinking about the time it's at. I'm not sure if it's at 8 or 7. I know the men's game here is going to be at 8. But the UVic women's team's up in the first half, 16-7 so far. Here we got a delay.
A bit of a delay here. Not sure exactly what's going on. Looks like we're talking to the scorers table. Maybe just sorting out some fouls here. Going to be another shot here for Duick.
Looks like Takeshi Croak is here with a
cast
broken hand. Cast on. I believe, rumor has it, that he had to sub in and step in at practice and broke a bone in his hand, so he'll be out for a little bit, which is unfortunate for himself. He was planning on going overseas, maybe looking at playing in Japan.
It's going to be a technical foul here called by the officials. I think that's going to go on the bench of the Bearcats. It's going to be a shot and the ball. 7 seconds to go. I thought maybe when I saw Takeshi, my first thought was maybe Rex was responsible and you were on the hook for that one, but
we're good.
Stepped into you guys got insurance.
We got waivers. Yeah, it looks like Klim on the bench was chatting.
Mendoza going to make the first one. 7 seconds here for the Chargers. See if they can get a good look. Head into the fourth quarter and carry some momentum. Seeing some more fans trickle in here, and the men's teams for both sides as well. 5 seconds to go. Mendoza with it. She finds Brookhausen. 3 seconds now. Not going to have a shot there. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. 17-point Bearcats lead, 47-30, heading into the fourth quarter. Do the Chargers have one last push? We will find out. We'll step aside for a minute or two, and we'll be back with fourth quarter action.
What is your path? Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough, and hilly terrain. And sometimes it's familiar, smooth, and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forge your own path. And always, no matter what path you take, we'll be there with you. Your path to community. Your path to creativity. Your path to opportunity. Your path to success. Camosun College.
What's up, guys? It's Dylan from Passion Sports. I guess I don't need to yell. I'm on the... Should I just stretch?
Back inside here, fourth quarter action. 10 minutes to go on senior night for the Chargers. Do they have one last push? Stuck 17, 47-30 here. It would be tough, Dill. I'll be a realist about it. It would be tough to come back, to mount a comeback here. Offense hasn't exactly been clicking here tonight, but never say never as the Bearcats get a good look off the inbounds, but Abby Rao is down with it. Good stop there for the Chargers. Going to need to stack those stops up. Finds Wallbaum in the corner. She'll drive. Rao's going to tee up a three. Can't get that one to go. Brooklyn Wallbaum almost down with a rebound, but that's going to go back to the Bearcats.
I know I sound like a broken record, but for the Chargers, it's just about trying to find some momentum, trying to get some good possessions in a row. Like that stop is a great way to start, but just compile some good possessions, see if you can chip away, win the quarter, get some momentum. If all goes really, really well, you could get yourself back in this game, but it will be an uphill battle, obviously.
Shot clock winding down. Mellon's going to have to go to the basket. Can't get that to go, and I think that's another block.
Wow.
For Haewon Hwang. That's 5 if I'm counting correctly, and I think that I am.
Yep.
Excellent game for her defensively so far. Going to be 0.6 on the shot clock. They might edit that. It's going to be 1.4 on the shot clock for the Chargers here. Going to have to get a quick shot off the inbounds. Might have got a full reset to 14. I'm not certain. 11? Maybe 1.1? I think 1.1 got to be.
I believe you're right. Yeah, it's got to be 1.1, so you got to put it up quick, but you have time to catch and shoot.
Wallbaum finds herself open. Shot clock has not started.
Oh.
That's going to go. Shot clock never started there, so that's an easy basket for Brooklyn Wallbaum.
Nobody seemed to notice on both sides except for us, Dan, but...
Back with it now are the Bearcats. Good skip pass. Finds Sobota in the corner. She'll tee up a three just long. Down with it are the Bearcats, and they're going to reset. Hwang, good position there, looking for her down low. And they'll get it to her, working on Mellon. Skip pass finds Duick in the corner.
Good contest.
Elbow extended, couldn't get that one. That was short. Like you said, good contest there from the Chargers. They're going to come back in transition. Wallbaum pumps and drives. Good take here. Wallbaum, good defense again from Hwang, but that's going to be a foul. Brooklyn Wallbaum will head to the line and drives. Good take. That'll happen with your shot blocker. Good defense again from Hwang. You're going to pick up some fouls, especially when you're going for blocks as aggressively as Haewon Hwang has been here tonight.
Haewon Hwang, 4 or 5 blocks.
I got 5.
We'll have to check the final box score after the game. I believe it's 5. She's perfect, 4 for 4 from the line. She's 1 for 2 from 3, 3 of 7 from the field, 3 rebounds and 11 points. Quite a night.
Fill in the box sheet for Hwang. Wallbaum hits the second there. Down with it now are the Bearcats. Duick going to tee up a three. Elbow extended. Gets it to go. That's Kendall Duick for 3.
These Bearcats don't like to hit the rim. They just perfect swishes every time.
Rao with it. Picks up her dribble. Gets it over to Wallbaum into the corner. Attacking with it, pull back shot, can't quite get it to go, a little strong. That was Pogue with it, Mac Pogue couldn't get it to go. Down with it now are the Bearcats. Sobota's going to push in transition. Duick with it, attacks, finds her sister in the corner. Duick going to tee up another 3 from the corner, no good. Down with it are the Bearcats. Janae Rhodes puts that one back for 2. They've stretched this one out to 18 now, Dylan.
The weak side rebounder, Rhodes, just perfect positioning for the easy rebound and 2.
Danny Mellon with the step through. Can't get that one, just off. Down with it is Hwang. She's going to push in transition. Left hand, tough shot, but she's going to be fouled by Wallbaum. She'll head to the line where it is Hwang. Dylan just mentioned she is in transition. Left hand, tough shot, but she's going to be stretch out her body. She has 11 to go with those 5 blocks.
We're about to see if the broadcaster jinx is real, Dan.
I hold a lot of power, Dylan. She is currently perfect from the line.
Drum roll, please. Okay.
She doesn't like me.
She's more powerful than you.
Fair enough. She does have 5 blocks tonight.
Yep. More than I've had in my career.
I never played defense in the paint, so. She does miss a second, however, so I'll count that being my power. 1-4-2 for Huang from the line. Mellon with it, attacking in transition. Good little move there from Danny Mellon. Can't finish. She's going to fight for the rebound. That's going to stay the way of the Chargers. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Good little move there from Danny Mellon. Can't finish.
Tonight,
she's going to
really good
fight for the rebound. That's going to stay the way.
I like the minutes that Mellon's put in today.
Always going to get great effort from Danny Mellon. JC Chase checking back in. Abby Rao is going to head to the bench. 7:04 here. Inbound to Johnson. Hutton now with it. Over to Walbaum looking for Mellon. Had a good seal. Couldn't quite get it to her. JC Chase with it. Shot clock down. Probably didn't need the screen there. Got a little too jumbled up, and the Chargers turn it over. Duick now head down. Danny Mellon strips her on the drive. Chargers have numbers. Hutton pulls it back, finds Mellon. They'll settle into the offense here. Johnson going to tee up a three. That's left. Follows her own. Can't come down with it, but will come down with a foul. That's going to go on number 17, Mila Johnson.
Foul charge to number 17, Mila Johnson. That's her second team foul.
For those viewing online, thank you for tuning in. We have the senior night celebration coming up for the Camosun Chargers. 3 seniors, Kaio, Rao, and Diop. And we'll celebrate them after the game.
Absolutely well-deserved celebration for those seniors as the Bearcats miss a 3 there. That was Jayla Huynh, just short off the rim there. Walbaum with it for the Chargers. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Mellon trying to get position, but can't quite get down low enough. Dieleman's going to tip that out of bounds. Melia Mendoza checking in. Walbaum will head to the bench.
Bearcats have played a very tidy game, I'd say. Like we said in the pregame, they're not the same team that won the national championship last year, but they execute similar. They play similar with the effort and the hustle and the execution on defense. They're a tough team to play against no matter what.
Shot clock expiring. Mendoza going to have to go. Gets a good look. Can't quite get that right hand to go. Yeah, Dill, I've been really impressed with the perimeter defense and the tenacity down low. Something that we pointed out at the start of the game was that they don't quite have the size and height that they did in previous years, but this team plays a lot bigger than they are. Players like Enya, who has the ball now, has done terrific work on the glass offensively and defense, but nothing but effort from this Bearcat team, and I've really been impressed so far tonight as they cause another extra possession. Can't quite get that one to go. Mendoza down with it. It's going to be a foul on Duick underneath the basket.
Yeah, the Bearcats, they work hard. Like you said, they look undersized, but they play big. And we'll see how that will, how that'll size
transition.
Up. Yeah, pardon the pun, size up in the provincial tournament against, the VIE Mariners, Douglas, Capilano. They did beat Capilano last weekend, so they're capable of surprising some teams. It's just a different team without Vrugden Hill and Beerwald and a couple other players that they had last year for their national run.
Yeah. Inching our way to the end of this one. Bearcats with a commanding lead. Can't quite make the 3. Might get a booth touch. It's going to be athletic director Corey Allers jumping in for the touch there. He was eager for that touch.
I thought you were going to go lay it up.
Going to be a timeout here for the Bearcats. They're in control of this one, up 19, heading home here in the fourth. We'll be back in a minute for the end of this one.
These aren't even prescription, they're just blue light.
back inside for the end of this one. Under 5 minutes to go. 19-point Bearcat lead. They've been in control of this from wire to wire. Good effort from the Bearcats here tonight. We said off the top that they're going to end up in 4th no matter what happens this weekend. So their destiny is already set, but they're putting in a good effort here as the Chargers look to go on a little bit of a run, maybe build some momentum for tomorrow. JC Chase can't get that right hand to go. Long rebound, Kaya Hutton now. Back to Chase, across to Mellon. Shot clock down 5 seconds. Mellon's going to drive. Going to have a foul on the ground, so that's going to be a reset to 14 seconds.
I'm just looking through the leaderboards in Camosun history. We'll get to the girls in a second, but I just noticed a funny one from the men's. Kaz Kobayashi, 470 career points on this chart at least.
How many do you got?
Greg Wallace, his boss, 478. So Greg Wallace scored 8 more points than Kaz in his career.
Where
did talk about that?
Does Dylan Marsden make the list?
Oh, let me get back to you on that one, Dan.
Can we do a Control F?
I don't know how many pages this has. Oh, there he is.
Just over 4 minutes to go here. Bearcats looking to hold on to this one. Going to be using a lot of shot clock here for the rest of the way as we wind our way to the finish on senior night here at Camosun College. Corner 3 just off there for Jazzy Ashton. Mendoza ahead. Hutton attacking off the bounce. Good take to the right. Finds JC Chase. She likes a 3 just off. JC Chase can't get that one to go. Good attack from Hutton. Finds the open shooter. Just can't get it to go. Going to be a foul on the Bearcats.
If you're wondering.
I am wondering. I'm waiting for you to tell me how many points you scored in your career.
Well, I don't know if this is 100% accurate.
Oh, before you say it, do you think it's low or do you think it's high?
I think it's right around where I said I thought it was.
Okay.
307 points.
JC Chase, nice little step back right hand there as we go back to our game. But yeah, Dill, please finish your thought.
52nd in all-time scoring. Just missed the top 50.
Top 60, Ben. Does we have 3-pointers made on there?
Let me look.
Bearcats with it here. Just over 3 to go in the 4th quarter. Skip pass, Ashton. Dueck in the corner. Chargers settling into a zone. Enya looking for the cutter. Not there. Back to Dueck. She'll attack off the bounce. Loses control. Hard fall. Mendoza now. Into the corner. Hutton finds Diop. Into the corner now. Chase. Chase working with Diop. Rejects the screen. Goes baseline. Finds Mendoza in the corner. Up to Hutton. She tees up a 3 from the top of the queue. Gets that one to go. Kaya Hutton with 3. Bearcats working. Huynh over to Ashton. Back to Huynh. In the corner to Dueck. A little bit of a lackadaisical pass there, and JC Chase tips that out of bounds. Looks like Brooklyn Wallbaum's going to check back in for the Chargers. Janae Rhodes going to come back in for the Bearcats. Chargers putting a little bit of a run together here in the 4th quarter. They've stuck 14 right now.
See if they can build off this going into tomorrow.
Another travel off the rip. Going to go for the Bearcats. Yeah, Chargers just looking to build on some momentum here. They've lost 6 straight, trying to answer that. We'll see what they can do tomorrow afternoon. These teams will go back at it at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
The thing about this Chargers team, if you're a fan of the home team tonight, is no matter what happens in the regular season, you make the playoffs.
Yep.
Well, except for one team. You make it, you get in, and you play a do or die. Anything could happen in one game. And they're at home court, so they have that advantage.
Yeah, and I remember when the volleyball women's nationals were hosted here, and the Camosun Chargers, who weren't very good in the regular season, went on that miraculous run in front of the home crowd. I think they actually, I want to say, came second.
Yeah, they went to the gold medal game. They were the host of the tournament. That's how they got in as the host. And then made a run to the gold medal. Yeah, just went on that
magical run. Sometimes you can just ride the back of your home fans and surprise people. You know, those kind of games, sometimes people will take that game for granted and you surprise them. We're going to step aside here for a minute, be back with the end of this one.
Choose your path. Your path can be long. It can be short, winding, or straight. Sometimes it takes you on unknown, rough, and hilly terrain. And sometimes it's familiar, smooth, and flat. What a path does best is take you from where you are to where you want to be. And, like most journeys, it helps to have a friendly face with you. At Camosun College, we walk with you, with respect and honor, helping you go through the obstacles in your way, or cheering as you move out front and forward.
Inching towards the finish here at the Pacific Institute of Sport Education. Men's team getting loose beside us here. Coach Wilmot getting his senior speeches ready. He said he's a little bit nervous, said he didn't sign up for this, but in a sense he did. He's getting those speeches ready for seniors night. We're going to have a little bit of a celebration between games here at the end of this one before the men's game, as CBC with a commanding 14-point lead, under 2 minutes here. Chargers just looking to build on something for tomorrow. Good pass there from the Bearcats. Good defense here from the Chargers. Wallbaum's going to come up with the steal. Push in transition. Pulls it back. Tries her luck at three. Brooklyn Wallbaum just short. Follows. Can't get her own board. 1:30 to go here. Ashton for the Bearcats. Again, Chargers in that zone. Forces the three ball from the corner from the Bearcats. Swang battling for it. Can't get the offensive rebound. Hutton down with it. Hutton breaks her defender. A little bit out of control. Is going to turn that one over. Going to have a jump ball. That'll go the way of the Bearcats. Bearcats inbound. Get it in. Going to use all of the shot clock here. Up 14. Under a minute to go now. Jayla Huynh running the offense for the Bearcats. Gets it into the corner. Ashton going to tee it up. Can't get that one to go. Jazzy Ashton just short. Brooklyn Wallbaum to Conda Diop in transition. She's just off. Good pass there from Wallbaum. Can't get that one to go. Coach Deeds, all of the seniors on the floor to end their Friday night career here. Didn't go the way that they wanted it to, but a celebration nonetheless for these women. Put in a lot of hours for this program. Works really hard as Diop's going to foul Hwang and head to the line. Left for these women. Put in a lot of hours for this program. Works really hard as Diop's going to foul.
But practices every night, games on the weekend. You give up most of your social life most of the year.
Especially on the island, too. Most of your games are going to be on the mainland, so a lot of ferries, drives up island. It's a grueling season. To do that 5 years in a row is no small feat.
And it's tough as a young person graduating high school, going into college, wherever you are in your career. You're fighting for minutes. You're being challenged mentally. You're being challenged physically. It's grueling. It's tough, and they deserve a lot of credit to put in the years that they have put in and the time they've put into the game and to the team. You know, Kaio and Diop, the time they've put into the game, and they've really earned this night. And among the other players that will be graduating and will be having these senior nights in the future, it's very special. It's not something that's easy to do for one season, let alone 4 or 5 years. And there's not a lot of people who do it from start to finish and throughout school. And then we haven't even talked about education and getting an education while they're here and waking up early for classes, doing homework, having naps before practice because they had to get up early or get home late.
Get a workout in. And
it's a lot of work. So full kudos to these girls graduating tonight or celebrating their senior night.
That is going to do it here. Bearcats hold on, 14-point victory, 55-41 over the home Chargers. Stick around. We're going to have a presentation here between the games, and then we have the men's game probably going to start just a little bit later than scheduled as we celebrate those seniors. Dan Phillips, Dylan Marsden going to step aside for a little bit. We'll be back with the men's game. Hope you hang on for that. If not, hope you enjoyed the evening.
2 anywhere.
Okay, is this where we're sitting?
I don't know. We're going to try. I guess so.
Chargers Athletics would like to take this opportunity to recognize and celebrate our graduating student athletes. Thank you for joining us on this special occasion. The celebration we proudly call senior night. This marks our final regular season home game of the season. They have achieved throughout their careers. To begin, we would like to recognize our athletes for their service when it's basketball.
At least it's not a blanket from my
Women's basketball head coach John Egan.
I know. I will.
I guess this is where I can go, so
You got it, Jake.
The three athletes being celebrated today have all taken different paths to arrive here at Camosun College. And this is why I consider sport such an important ingredient to life. I'd like to start by acknowledging our oldest, most veteran player, Hande Diop, who is from Switzerland. I promised her yesterday that I would not make any attempt to speak her first language, which is in French. However, if there is a slight sense of déjà vu, it's because Hande was celebrated last year as a player who was in the program. In May of last year, Hande indicated that she would like to come back for her final year after gaining acceptance into her sports management diploma program. As a 6'3", second-team PACWEST All-Star, and a consistent double-double player in points and rebounds, Hande was welcomed back with open arms. She is the team's matriarch, and her impact and presence is felt both on and off the court. Hande is caring and has a larger-than-life type of personality, who also has a sensitive side and wants nothing but the best for her teammates. I'm saying nice things, I promise. Hande hopes to continue pursuing basketball professionally next year, and I know her teammates and I wish her nothing but the best playing the sport she loves. We all look forward to following your career, Hande, and congrats on completing your academic and athletic Canadian and Camosun journey. Once a Charger, always a Charger. Our next player to pay tribute to is Abby Rao. To say that Abby has had an interesting, emotional, and sometimes difficult life-altering experience while being part of our Camosun team family is an understatement. When I accepted the job as head coach 2 years ago, the athletic director gave me Abby's name as the person I needed to reach out to immediately, as well as the type of player that could be included as part of the leadership team. I got a hold of Abby only to find out that she was working in the backcountry as a whitewater rafting guide in Chile, and that communication or even Wi-Fi service might be an issue. My normal routine when meeting players or recruits is often a coffee conversation. However, I knew that this was not going to work with Abby. We decided to meet in person in Chile, so I drove there thinking, how do I convince Abby to trust me and my experience? Almost like a reverse job interview, except I knew that she was also evaluating me at the same time. Fast forward to tonight, 2 years later, and it's obvious that she was willing to take a chance on me, and I'm very grateful for that. Jake. Good luck, buddy. Abby's on-court basketball journey has had some major trials and tribulations. A torn ACL in high school, the arduous rehab associated with that recovery, not to Abby, but to in the stands. Last year, here I am, with an eventual return to play as a rookie 3 years ago at Camosun. Last year started with lofty expectations. Unfortunately, only her third game back playing for me, Abby tore her other ACL, and this for the remainder of the season. Not her, me. Her recovery was difficult. Obviously the physical aspect, but the emotional toll Should I have a drink first? Okay, so she obviously did her part for race. A lot of trying moments, trying to figure out, well, this is where I am, trying to figure out her role in the team. I wanted to keep her involved, so I asked Abby to start the season as an assistant coach. She's intelligent, often stubborn, reflective, young adult, who is not shy about expressing her feelings. She is a loyal friend and teammate, who was quite willing to question me being, in her words, an asshole in defense of a teammate, which I loved. Yeah. Abby made a return to the court into school this second semester, and I have watched with admiration as she navigates how her body now responds and her interactions with the players who are now her teammates. She has found her direction in life and chosen a path that may or may not involve living in the back of her Toyota 4Runner in Canmore, Alberta, saving money, she assures me, as she works another summer in the whitewater rafting and ecotourism industry. An eventual firefighting career might be in the cards, but that is a TBD. I am thankful to have had Abby be part of the Camosun family, and I wish her the best as she moves forward in life. Congrats, Abby. Sorry, this is taking long. Our last player recognized is a young Finn lady I've known since middle school, Lkwugen. Ali grew up in Sherwood Park, Alberta, and was always involved to some degree in programs that I was a part of in Alberta. Pancwest Academy, which was an elite female training group, provincial team tryouts, good hoop basketball club teams, and eventually at Salisbury High School, which was a rival school to where I was teaching and coaching in St. Albert. When I accepted the college coaching position with the Lkwugen Vikings in Alberta, Ellie was the type of athlete and good human that I wanted to have as part of my program, so I recruited her out of high school. Ellie was a very solid rookie in what turned out to be my last year in Alberta as I moved up here to the island. Fast forward to accepting the head coaching position here. I had a roster where I knew none of the players, and many of whom I wasn't even sure if they were coming back. As luck would have it, Ellie reached out to see if there might be an opportunity for her to play. A change of scenery, new experience, etc. was attractive to her. I jumped at the chance to have her here. Ellie is someone I trust explicitly. She's honest with me, and I know I never have to worry about the effort and her sense of just being a good human. I immediately made her part of our leadership team as someone who could be a conduit between her teammates and myself, and that role has continued over the last 2 years. Ellie is very introspective, incredibly intelligent and organized, and an outstanding teammate. She is willing and able to see the big picture, which is really difficult as an athlete sometimes, and will adapt to whatever the team needs. This might mean starting games or coming off the bench, playing big minutes in a game or having minutes reduced. She is someone her teammates trust, and even if she's having an off night shooting, her teammates confidently selected her as the person they most trusted to hit a game-winning shot. Ellie's Camosun basketball career has been challenging, playing out of position the first year to plugging into slots and minutes where needed this past season. She has performed all of this with a maturity and grace beyond her age, and for that she will always have my appreciation and thanks and support wherever she goes. Congratulations, Ellie, on your basketball journey. Once and forever. Thank you, John. One more time for Rhonda, Abby, and Ellie. Next, we would like to recognize our senior athletes from our Chargers men's basketball program. Please welcome men's basketball head coach Lkwugen. And Takeshi Broken, thanks to David.
So, yeah, let's clap for the boys. I'm new at this, as John articulated very kindly, so please bear with me. CBC, I'll try to be quick so we can get to the game, which is why we're all here. I'm going to start with David Featherson, so you can step forward and join us at the table. David transferred to our program this past off-season after spending 3 seasons at Camosun University. Don't clap for that. Before Camosun, David played at Grace Harbor Junior College. During his tenure at Cap, David became a 2-time PACWEST champion and made 2 trips to the CCAA National Championships. When I first accepted this position in July, the first thing on my to-do list was to call David and beg him to still come to Camosun. We had never met before, and a 5-minute phone call did the job. I did my absolute best to assure him that while I was not Coach Purpose, I had confidence in my ability to provide a player experience that would fulfill him as a player and a person for his last season of collegiate basketball. I was lying. David agreed to give me and our program a chance, and I know that our teams benefited greatly from David being here. We brought you here to contribute to a winning culture and add experience and physicality to our front court as we made a push for a PACWEST championship attempt ourselves. David has added exactly what we expected him to. From an off-court perspective, he has grown to be an integral part of our game preparation and balanced approach to winning. And even though David has dealt with an injury this year that has certainly caused frustration for himself, he has overcome any internal challenge valiantly and maturely. While that injury cost David a few games this year, he's been proving during the last few weekends that he is still a force to be reckoned with in our league and will be a valuable part of our playoff run in a few weeks. Outside of basketball, David is one of the most interesting people I have ever met. He is multicultural, ocean and water loving, and a relaxing man who creates a sense of kindness and humor in every room I have ever seen. Next year, David's plan is yet to be cemented, but I'm sure that whatever he chooses to do, he will carry with him the same calm presence and humility that he has shown throughout the season with our team. David will be missed for his ability on the court, but remembered in our program for his personality and affection. We will follow his journey closely and wish him all the best in his next chapter. Mark is from Barcelona in Spain, and before transferring to Camosun, he played 3 seasons at Augustana in the ACAC. Last year, Mark unfortunately suffered an ACL tear after proving to be a valuable part of an exceptional group and spent the season and summer rehabbing harder than any person I've ever seen. Unfortunately, in one of our first practices this year, Mark suffered another ACL injury, and because of that, has been sidelined this entire season. The only reason I mention these injuries is because despite being sidelined, Mark's presence on this team has proven invaluable. unique, and insightful during many moments throughout the season. I have done my best to encourage him to continue to share his opinions on our schemes and points of emphasis, and he has made some very savvy calls and offered me advice in some very heated moments this year. Mark's basketball mind is a true gift, and he has shared that ability with his teammates and coaches throughout this season and made my job a lot easier. Though he's one of the most quiet people in our program, when he speaks, everybody listens. When he offers me advice, I take it. I have a lot of faith that whatever Mark chooses to do with basketball or without moving forward, he will have a very positive effect on those around him. I will certainly miss Mark quietly engaging with every person in our program and hope to remember all the advice he has shared with me this year. Good luck. David comes to us from Vancouver, and so did his parents and family, who I would like to welcome back for senior night for the second year in a row. I'm hoping for third, but I really David told me a few weeks ago that he did not want to have a second senior night, but there are a few things that he has accomplished this year that I think certainly deserve to be acknowledged publicly. David will leave Camosun with a bachelor's degree in sports management, and as we stand here tonight, he ranks 6th in league scoring, 4th in assists, 3rd in rebounds, and 2nd in blocks.
Damn! I'll give you money in CBC!
David also ranks 2nd in the league in turnovers, which reminds us that nobody's perfect, and I can't live with that. David recently surpassed the 1,000-point career scoring total, and is making what I truly believe to be the strongest case for player of the year in our league. Last year, he was the first team All-Star and All-Canadian, and I believe that he will continue to add to that list of accomplishments over the next few weeks. Off the court, David has proven to be a better person than he is a basketball player. He is a friend to all, a leader in the classroom, and spends his free time volunteering weekly in various organizations throughout the state. David has defined what it means to be a student athlete, and I'm sure that he will find success in whatever he chooses to do next year. I am thankful to have David finish my program every year. And he has been a sound mind and advisor throughout my first year of coaching, and there have been many times where I needed to remind myself that I am actually the older person in the conversations due to his level of maturity. I hope David remembers his time following the Chargers and moves on in his life. I can confidently say that David is the greatest player our program has ever seen. And he will continue to cement that legacy as he leads us through the next few weeks of competition. David. Cole will be graduating from Camosun with a bachelor's in kinesiology degree, and since joining the men's basketball team, he has become the cornerstone of excellence and now holds the title over his best friend Eric Lees as the winningest starter of all time. Cole has amassed 77 regular season wins and has a career winning percentage of 73.5%. The greatest compliment I can give Cole is that he is a true winner in every sense of the word and has become the standard of expectation for all the young athletes that come through our program. Around the PACWEST, Cole has a reputation for being one of, if not the best perimeter defender in our league, and embraces his role with enthusiasm that is unteachable. It is no secret that Cole takes a lot of charges during our games, and I believe that his skill and willingness to sacrifice his body during those defensive plays is one of the most impressive abilities of any given team. If I could show any young basketball player how to play defense, it would just be a 45-minute video. Though Cole is certainly an outstanding defender, he has also contributed some massive moments offensively. He has started in 87 career games and scored 843 points and made 153 threes throughout his career as a defender. Cole is one of 2 athletes moving on this year who I shared the unique experience of being teammates with a few years ago. From what I remember, Cole from that season is a relentless work ethic, a joy for basketball, and a competitive nature that made me feel like the oldest 23-year-old in the world at the time. Cole was then, is now, and always has been one of the most voracious basketball players I have ever seen around, or been around, and his willingness to take on difficult defensive assignments and fill any role as a defender is irreplaceable. His improvement as a basketball player pales only in comparison to his development as a young man, and I feel very lucky to know Cole and consider him a friend. Coaching him every day for a full season has been one of the most fulfilling parts of my life, and I wish him all the best in his next stage. Cole.
Yeah, my bad.
Corey Brown. Cormac is another local product on our team and grew up in Gordon Head and attended Lambert Park Secondary School. About 10 years ago, when I was beginning my college basketball career as a player, I heard murmurs about a grade 9 player who was consistently scoring 20 points a game while playing for his school's senior team, while quickly becoming one of the biggest names on our island. The first time I went to see Cormac play, I noticed some very baggy shorts, a quick trigger jump shot, and a smiling young player who clearly just loved playing basketball. Almost 10 years later, I see all of those attributes every day in practice in our games. Cormac has also had an exceptional career as a Charger so far. Cormac is the greatest shooter in our program's history, and statistically that's not very close. He is a 1,000-point scorer and has made a program record 228 threes in his career so far. A spot on this court will forever be known as Cormac's Corner, and he has cemented that legacy as a shooter from the very first time he came to play here. Over the past 5 seasons, Cormac has also shared the title of the winningest striker of all time. Along with Cole, he also has 77 career victories so far and a 73.5% career winning percentage. He is a true winner and contributes to every aspect of success we have as a group. Cormac is obviously the other player that I was lucky enough to share the court with a few seasons ago, and being his coach for his final season has been an honor and a privilege. Cormac has grown as a person in ways that a coach could only dream for his players. He is a stoic and friendly young man who has time for everybody. He smiles in response to all conversations, and he is as unselfish a person as I have ever known. He truly is what I hope all of our athletes hope to be, and I am extremely proud of him. Next year, Cormac will finish his bachelor's business degree in marketing, and I'm sure that Cormac will continue to find happiness in whatever he chooses to pursue, and I look forward to sharing the golf course